10 Facts about our planet Earth. 1. Why does Earth spin? Earth spins because of the way it was formed. Our solar system formed about 4.6 billion years ago when a huge cloud of gas and dust started to collapse under its own gravity. As the cloud collapsed, it started to spin. Some of the material within this cloud gathered into swirling eddies and eventually formed into planets. As the planets formed, they kept this spinning motion. This is similar to what you see when skaters pull in their arms and spin faster. As material gathered in more closely to form a planet, like Earth, the material spun faster. The Earth keeps on spinning because there are no forces acting to stop it. 2. What keeps our atmosphere attached to Earth? Our atmosphere is a mixture of gases that surround Earth. It is kept in place by the pull of Earth's gravity. If Earth was a much smaller planet, like Mercury or Pluto, its gravity would be too weak to hold a large atmosphere. 3. How much water does Earth have? There are more than 326 million trillion gallons of water on Earth. Less than 3% of all this water is fresh water, and of that amount, more than 2/3 is locked up in ice caps and glaciers. 4. Why don't we feel Earth move? Earth moves very fast. It spins, rotates, at a speed of about 1,000 miles, 1,600 kilometers, per hour and orbits around the Sun at a speed of about 67,000 miles, 107,000 kilometers, per hour. We do not feel any of this motion because these speeds are constant. The spinning and orbital speeds of Earth stay the same, so we do not feel any acceleration or deceleration. You can only feel motion if your speed changes. 5. Plate tectonics keep the planet comfortable. Earth is the only planet in the solar system with plate tectonics. Basically, the outer crust of the Earth is broken up into regions known as tectonic plates. These are floating on top of the magma interior of the Earth and can move against one another. When two plates collide, one plate will subduct, go underneath another, and where they pull apart, they will allow fresh crust to form. 6. Earth is mostly iron, oxygen and silicon. If you could separate the Earth out into piles of material, you'd get 32.1% iron, 30.1% oxygen, 15.1% silicon, and 13.9% magnesium. Of course, most of this iron is actually located at the core of the Earth. If you could actually get down and sample the core, it would be 88% iron. And if you sampled the Earth's crust, you'd find that 47% of it is oxygen. 7. The Earth's molten iron core creates a magnetic field. The Earth is like a great big magnet, with poles at the top and bottom near to the actual geographic poles. The magnetic field it creates extends thousands of kilometers out from the surface of the Earth, forming a region called the magnetosphere. Scientists think that this magnetic field is generated by the molten outer core of the Earth, where heat creates convection motions of conducting materials to generate electric currents. 8. A year on Earth is in 365 days. It's actually 365.2564 days. It's this extra 0.2564 days that creates the need for a leap year once every 4 years. That's why we tack on an extra day in February every 4 years, 2004, 2008, 2012, etc. The exceptions to this rule is if the year in question is divisible by 100, 1900, 2100, etc., unless it's divisible by 400, 1600, 2000, etc. 9. Earth has one moon and two co-orbital satellites. As you're probably aware, Earth has one moon, aka the Moon. Plenty is known about this body and we have written many articles about it, so we won't go into much detail there. But did you know there are 2 additional asteroids locked into a co-orbital orbits with Earth? They're called 3753 Cruithne and 2002 AA29, which are part of a larger population of asteroids known as near-Earth objects, NEOs. The asteroid known as 3753 Cruithne measures 5 kilometers across, and is sometimes called Earth's second moon. It doesn't actually orbit the Earth, but has a synchronized orbit with our home planet. It also has an orbit that makes it look like it's following the Earth in orbit, but it's actually following its own, distinct path around the Sun. 10. Earth is the only planet known to have life. We've discovered past evidence of water and organic molecules on Mars, and the building blocks of life on Saturn's moon Titan. We can see amino acids in nebulae in deep space. And scientists have speculated about the possible existence of life beneath the icy crust of Jupiter's moon Europa and Saturn's moon Titan. But Earth is the only place life has actually been discovered. But if there is life on other planets, scientists are building the experiments that will help find it. For instance, NASA just announced the creation of the Nexus for Exoplanet System Science, NEXT, which will spend the coming years going through the data sent back by the Kepler Space Telescope, and other missions that have yet to be launched, for signs of life on extrasolar planets. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the Fast Facts channel. We will bring facts from around the world for you daily. See you in the next video.